Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on?
Because it is Dr. King's Day, I did want to read an excerpt from a speech he gave to the sanitation workers in Memphis when they were going through their strike to form their union in 1968, about 2 months before he was assassinated. You know, even Delta, people tend to take Dr. King and they want to show one aspect of who he was as a person, but they tend not to show him as a labor advocate, right, for the rights of laborers. And so I think in the spirit of the day and in the spirit of our cause of unionizing, I think this would just be a nice way to close. It's about 5 paragraphs. It won't be very long. It won't be very long, but I just thought it would be nice to close out in the spirit of the day and the spirit of our movement. So here we go. The speech is from March 18th, 1968, entitled "All Labor Has Dignity." You are doing many things here in this struggle. You are demanding that this city will respect the dignity of labor. So often we overlook the work and the significance of those who are not in professional jobs. Yeah, of those who are not in the so-called big jobs. But let me say to you tonight that whenever you are engaged in work that serves humanity and is for the building of humanity, it has dignity and it has worth. One day our society must come to see this. One day our society will come to respect the sanitation worker if it is to survive. For the person who picks up our garbage in the final analysis is as significant as the physician. For if he doesn't do his job, diseases are rampant. All labor has dignity. But you are reminding the nation that it is a crime for people to live in this rich nation and receive starvation wages. And I need not remind you that this is our plight as a people all over America. Now, the problem is not only unemployment. Do you know that most of the poor in our country are working every day, and they are making wages so low that they cannot begin to function in the mainstream of economic life in our nation? These are the facts which must be seen, and it is criminal to have people working on a full-time basis and a full-time job getting part-time income. You are here tonight to demand that Memphis will do something about the conditions that our brothers face as they work day in and day out for well-being of the total community. You are here to demand that Memphis will see the poor. Now, let me say a word for those of you who are on strike. You have been out now for a number of days, but do not despair. Nothing worthwhile is gained without sacrifice. The thing for you to do is stay together and say to everybody in this community that you are going to stick it out until the end, until every demand is met, and that you are going to say, we ain't going to let nobody turn us around. Let it be known everywhere that along with wages and all other securities that you are struggling for, you are also struggling for the right to organize and be recognized. We can all get more together than we can apart. We can all get more organized together than we can apart. And this is the way we gain power. Power is the ability to achieve purpose. Power is the ability to affect change. And we need power. What is power? Walter Reuther said once that, quote, power is the ability of a labor union like UAW to make the most powerful corporation in the world, General Motors, say yes when it wants to say no, end quote. That's power. And I want you to stick it out so that you'll be able to make Mayor Loeb and others say yes when they want to say no. And so I want to close with that. I think a lot of those words fit, you know, some of the specifics of Memphis and that, but you think about what was said there. You gain more through organization. You gain power. Power, like Walter Reuther said, makes a company like General Motors say yes when they want to say no. Power, organization, can make a company like Delta Airlines say yes when they want to say no. They can hire Delta workers when they want to hire contract employees, right? They can get new equipment when they don't want to. They can get more 40-hour lines. They can increase wages and benefits when they don't want to, when we have the power of a union behind us. And so I thought that would be fitting. you know, to see that side of Dr. King on this day in the spirit of union, organizing, and labor, that we will be able to enjoy that moment. So I appreciate you all. I'll give a round of applause to that speech. I didn't write it, but Sister Amanda, she recommended a documentary.